The story revolves around three families from Verona. The ruling house, the house of Capulet from where Juliet hails, and that of Montague, the male protagonist's family. The story commences with a street brawl fired by the feud between the Montague and Capulet families. When the Prince of Verona announces that any further feud would result in punishment, Count Paris of the ruling house expresses his desire to marry Juliet, from the house of Capulet, who is only 13. The estranged meeting between Romeo and Juliet takes place at the ball arranged for Count Paris to meet Juliet. Romeo meets and falls head over heels in love with Juliet. Romeo discloses his identity to her on being encouraged in love. They seek the support of Friar Lawrence, who longs for a reconciliation between the two families and are secretly married. Tybalt, Juliet's cousin, challenges Romeo to a duel on discovering that he had sneaked into the ball. However, because of Juliet, Romeo refuses to fight him and calls on the ire of Mercutio, who accepts the duel instead of Romeo. When Mercutio is wounded in the duel, Romeo shoots Tybalt dead and is exiled for the latter's death. Juliet's grief is worsened when Lord Capulet makes plans for her wedding with Count Paris. She seeks help from Friar Lawrence. The plan they come up with is that Juliet would consume a drug that would take her into a coma for nearly 2 days. Romeo was to be informed of the plan via a messenger, who doesn't reach him in time. On the eve of her marriage to Count Paris, Juliet takes the drug and is declared dead. Romeo hears about her death, and buys poison before visiting the family crypt. Fate has other plans as Paris encounters Romeo and is killed by the latter. Believing that his lady love is dead, Romeo drinks the poison. When Juliet awakes to discover Romeo's corpse, she uses Tybalt's gun and shoots herself in the head. The families meet at the tomb and hear the story of the lovers from the friar. They reconcile and the violent feud is declared over. The exact date when William Shakespeare wrote Romeo and Juliet remains unknown.